Alright, y'all, what's up? Antoine, Massey, I don't know how to say it, but I've been seeing this guy's face pop up on Instagram. So he was captured, sent to a notorious slave plantation prison in Louisiana. I don't know what the story is on him, but I've been seeing his face on social media. I think he escaped or something for like 6 weeks. We're going to find out the story right now. If you are new here, my name is Carlos. Welcome to the channel. I appreciate you pulling up, clicking on this video. First and foremost, it is a reaction video. If you want to see the original video, it will be down below in the description. It's by 1090 Jake, end of sentence. Go check his channel out. He got some pretty entertaining videos. But let's get into it.
Manhunt, 4 escapes from custody, and a first-class flight to prison.
Damn, bro.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video,
I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me.
Capture of Antoine Massey, one of Louisiana's most wanted men.
Yo,
May 16th,
what up?
2025. 10 inmates escaped.
What up, Ashley? Whoa. She said, Boppy. What's going on? How you doing?
Jail in New Orleans, immediately gaining national attention. An intricate plan would begin with a maintenance worker at the Orleans Justice Center cutting off the water to the cell. The inmates would force open a faulty cell door at midnight, rip the toilet from the wall.
They escape like that. That's insane. What?
Escaping through the small hole left behind.
How the hell?
Before writing a note for the jail staff on the way up.
Damn. Too easy. How? They made it look that easy to escape from prison? Escaping from prison in 2025 is actually crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, where? What?
One of the biggest jailbreaks in Louisiana history, committed by one of the deadliest
He
groups.
set a record.
Back in April, 19-year-old Corey Boyd was with 2 friends who were pulling
Nothing much. Ashley just sitting here making some YouTube reaction videos, doing it on stream. I've been like feeling like a little down, like damn, like I be seeing like so many people like trying to stream. It's kind of like disgusting, like saturated, watered down. Like me trying, how long I've been trying to do this. And then seeing how many people are trying to start doing it now, I'm just like, damn, it gives me no hope. Nothing much. It's Saturday, you know, it's the weekend. So I'll probably just be like filming today for like YouTube videos and then making YouTube reaction videos. Yeah, just trying to get a video to go viral. That's all I'm trying to do, make TikToks. That's all I do, I swear. All day I just be with the camera, making videos. And then trying to make some money, you know what I'm saying? That's my life. Am I gonna? Nah, I don't know. Maybe I might get drunk later. Who knows?
car door handles, attempting to find one unlocked so they could rob it. 38-year-old Mr. Brandon Fees and his girlfriend observed them from their porch. The suspects were approaching his car, so Fees went and confronted them. The veteran would be shot, stood over, and shot again in the head before being run over by the escape vehicle. 19-year-old Corey Boyd is accused of being the driver. 27-year-old Derek Groves was arrested for attempted murder back in 2014, but would beat the case. 4 years later, Derek would spin again. It was 2018, Mardi Gras, and a group of people were gathered in front of a house in the lower 9th Ward when 2 men ran up with AK-47 style rifles and opened fire. Jamar Robinson was shot in the arm and chest, while Byron Jackson was hit in the head. Both men died while 3 others who were shot luckily survived. One of the surviving victims would later testify against him for shooting him 6 times. Derek would be found guilty of 2 murders and 2 attempted murders, while also pleading guilty to 2 additional murders. But a juror error.
Dude is out there just slaughtering shit. Yeah, I do wear a lot of black. I like to wear black. White tees, black tees. You already know.
Would result in a mistrial. Derek Groves
Look
has
at
been
him.
connected to 4 violent killings, and he is the only remaining man out of 10 that's still on the run. But the most famous of the group is none other than 32-year-old Antoine Massey.
He just looks like an easy target. God damn. Fit check. You want a fit check? I'll show you right now. Let me, matter of fact, give you the fit check. Let me see. Interrupting the video real quick, but fuck. Alright. I just have on sweats and a black tee. Sweats. No socks. I have my socks in the dryer. Black tee. That's it. Simple. Alright, baby, let me see the chair. Thank you. Thank you. Let go. I'm not playing with you. Told you I'm not playing. My pants say supply on them. They say supply. Ghetto ass pants, you said. Damn, that's messed up. Alright, back to this.
He escaped a juvenile facility, a neighboring adult jail, and twice cut off his ankle monitor before doing the race. Aside from having chess pieces tattooed
what supply you got in there? What?
on his face, Antoine would receive the most attention after he started to post to social media while on the run.
That's kind of crazy. What kind of supply? Come on!
While I was in Orleans Parish jail, I was in custody for almost 8 months. Alright, 6 months, something like that. So I'm asking for help.
I don't understand, like, why you say supply right on something. I don't know. It just does. That's how I bought them, and there's a spider hanging from it. But look, so you escaped from prison, right? Why are you going to stay in the United States? You figure you take off to Mexico or something. Like, what are you doing out here still? Take your ass to Mexico. You got better chances. Go start a new life.
The world, from Meek Mills, Lil Wayne, Young Boy, Donald Trump. I'm asking for these people. I couldn't even get a lawyer. I couldn't even afford a lawyer to prove my innocence.
These posts would lead to a tip and a home being raided by SWAT.
Damn.
Officers were able to recover some of the clothing Antoine
they went to the house
wearing in the video.
I don't like spiders either. Spiders scare me.
Now Antoine was asking for help from rappers and even the president, but his list of charges would make anyone say fuck him.
I was in there for theft of a motor vehicle and domestic abuse involving strangulation. That's what I was in Orleans Parish for. Today, what I want to talk about is that I was on second-degree kidnapping, second-degree.
Damn, they had him fried.
Domestic abuse, battery involving strangulation, domestic abuse, battery, violation of protective order, right?
You're so sore from your workout. What kind of workout did you do?
He was being held in New Orleans on another case of domestic abuse as well as car theft. But Antoine also had warrants out for second-degree rape, kidnapping, domestic violence.
Oh, yeah. If he's guilty, he needs to stay his ass in jail. If he's guilty, though. Who knows, though? Maybe he was innocent. You know, that does be happening. People get charges. They get charged for something they didn't do, and then they're cooked.
And violating a protective order. It would seem Antoine has a history of crimes against women, which would categorize him in jail as a no-good piece of shit. Another tip would reach New Orleans police, and 4.5 hours later, Antoine was taken into custody in Holly Grove.
Damn, look, they have pictures with him. They're shaking each other's hands. He's just standing there hurt.
The very neighborhood Lil Wayne grew up in. Officers would take pictures.
He's in the neighborhood Lil Wayne.
The very neighborhood Lil Wayne grew up in.
Shit.
Officers would take pictures with the captured suspect before rebooking him into the same jail he escaped, but they weren't taking any chances.
Working out?
Immediately,
no, I haven't worked out in a minute. I need to.
Antoine was placed in a helicopter and received a first-class flight to the Louisiana State Penitentiary.
A lot of stretching. That's good.
Known as the Alcatraz.
Stretching is good for you because, you know, we get old and then we start not being able to move our body as good. So we got to kind of like stretch to keep that good movement in our body. Look at this prison though.
Louisiana State Penitentiary. Angola, also known as the Alcatraz.
You can put your legs behind your head. Wow.
Is a maximum security prison run
I would
like
never
a
be able to.
slave
What?
plantation that's home to over 6,000 inmates.
They run a slave plantation there. What the fuck? Is this even legal? Putting your legs behind your head is wild. I'm not very that flexible.
As of the South,
Not
is
too
a
much.
maximum security prison run like a slave plantation that's home to over 6,000 inmates. With 9 of the 10 escapees in custody, 13 additional people would be arrested for their assistance in the escape.
A split.
The maintenance worker who cut off the water to
Can
the
you jump
cell
in the
was
air and do a
arrested on
split?
Suspicion, but he claimed inmates told him the cell was clogged, and if he didn't cut the water, he'd be stabbed. Others helped by either cash apping money, transporting them around the city, and giving them a place to stay. By far the deadliest amongst the 10 is Derrick Groves, and he is still on the run.
They put a bag over his head. He was probably trying to spit on them. You figure, you escape from prison, you're going to try to go all out to try to get away. The ground is soft.
Deadliest amongst the 10 is Derrick Groves, and he is still on the run. Facing an eternity in prison, it's hard to imagine he's still in Louisiana, as he faces the most severe punishment. But he's also the most dangerous. And if he's gotten his hands on a weapon, surrendering peacefully might not be an option he's willing to accept. We'll just have to wait and see how the manhunt plays out. Now this was wild to see this, mainly due to the fact that people started doing parlays
Hell nah, I'm going to hurt myself. I'm too old to do any damn splits.
on who's going to be the last inmate on the run. We can expect with
You go spark a stream and do a split.
today's technology that everybody gets caught, and very rarely there are some people
I don't want to try.
that
I'll
just
get hurt.
disappear.
I know
And
I
it
will.
would seem like, the first thing everyone assumes, oh, he's going to go to Mexico. He's going to go to Mexico. The border has so much heat right now. I don't know.
Oh, see, I was just saying that. Mexico. The border does have
He's
heat.
going to go to Mexico. It seem like, the first thing everyone assumes, oh, he's going to go to Mexico. He's going to go to Mexico. The border has so much heat right now.
Hell no,
I
I
don't know if
can't.
that's the smartest thing you can do. You might be better off just going to the swamps or going to the woods and just living off the land, but you have to know how to do so. And everyone that got captured pretty much got captured in New Orleans. Nobody really left the city. You know what I mean?
Why
So
would you
it's
stay
like
in the city?
Antoine Massey was doing videos in the city, and then as soon as he dropped it, boom,
That's
they raided
crazy.
that house because they know exactly where he's at. Because people are telling
God, you gotta be smarter than that. You're on the run, and then you upload and drop a video on the net, and they come and get you. Like, it's common sense.
They're like, yeah, we know where he is. He's over there. We don't want him free. He's over here beating females up and this and that. Nah, get him. And then the other one, oh, he's killing everybody. Yeah, get him too. Like, the city doesn't want these people on the run. So it's really on social media, you'll see people excited, right? Because everybody likes to act like they're against the system. And, oh, the inmates escaped. And,
How the abs looking? I'm not gonna show my stomach on here. It's crazy.
let him go, run. And it's kind of like when you think of the escape from Alcatraz.
I don't be working out. I need to start working out.
Made floaties out of whatever material they could find in the prison, escaped, and nobody knows if they made it or not because they had to go through shock-infested waters. But it's the thought that makes everyone excited. They've made movies, video games, all about that. And it's kind of the same thing until common sense and
Oh yeah. What? Okay. Give me a second. I'm almost done, baby.
charity kicks in and you realize, well, wait, no, these people are pieces of shit. A 19-year-old who was trying to break into a car was with a group who ended up gunning down a veteran, running him over, and while they ran him over, they hit the girlfriend with the car too, and she bounced off the hood. Yeah, that's unacceptable. A
Damn.
veteran who fought for this country got stood
Who
over
gets a
and shot
tattoo
at.
on their neck? I don't know. I feel like neck tattoos, like it has to be very simple, like probably like back here behind your ear or something, not too big. I'm not really like that kind of person. I'd probably want a neck tattoo. I want to do the rest of my arms though. I want to do on my arms, and then probably like some on my legs. Yeah, my chest, my stomach.
He was trying to keep 3 teens from breaking into his vehicle. That's no bueno. Then you know you got another guy who runs up during Mardi Gras and opens fire on a crowd of.
Huh? Okay, baby, hold on.
Hits 5 of them. You know, he's doing this with an AK or a Draco or whatever he had, an AK-styled rifle, 7.62s flying through the air. He opens up on a crowd of people, hits 5 of them. 2 of them die.
Damn.
He'd been connected to another 2 murders, and then he had an attempted murder from back in 2014. Yeah, he doesn't need to be out here.
Oh, you smell like shit.
He seems to have an issue with not
he's
controlling himself. And he has a habit of killing people.
Likes to kill people.
We're good on that. We don't need that out here. You know, people want to enjoy Mardi Gras, not get shot at with rifle bullets.
Facts.
And then you have...
Shooting someone at the Mardi Gras? Get out of there, baby. That's insane. Hey! Stop it.
Have Antoine Massey, who even his own aunt made a video speaking on him.
Y'all making my nephew out to be a monster. He is not a monster. Is Antoine a problem child? Of course. Anybody who knows
I'm gonna have to right now. She's stanking.
us know that. Has Antoine been a problem since they fucking won? Yes. But how did he get that way? Y'all know how he got that way. From watching his father get executed in front.
Leave my phone alone.
Here, but he's not the only one that it done affected. It affected his sister. It affected his mama. It affected all of his siblings. Do you understand?
You ever change a shitty diaper?
What I'm saying? It affected all of them. But this is his story with it. His sister right now is locked up and incarcerated for allegedly helping him. Allegedly helping him. She ain't been right since she seen the murder of her father. This not his fault, y'all, and I'm not taking no sides. And I'm not trying to make excuses for him. But this not for him, y'all. Because trust me, he's scared right now. He's scared. He want to go home. Because he the type of nigga, he will make decisions and think afterwards. Because he not all there. Am I saying he don't know right from wrong? Yes, he know right from wrong. He grown. But the system raised him. He been in jail 14 years of his life. Come home, domestic violence, he back in there. All he wanted to do is see his mama who just come home. All he wanted to do is see his baby graduate. But we know that's not the way of going.
You would make the man do it all the time?
It is. It's his mind. He can't do 14 more years. And the crazy part about it is he was the one with the lesser charges.
So while there can be excitement from a jail...
Where does Jake even find all this shit at? He be like digging real deep on the net to find all of these videos.
Thing is this, I don't know what the punishment is in Louisiana. In Florida, if you escape, I'm pretty sure it's like a 5 years mandatory that you get hit with.
Damn.
You know, so unless you got mad time, it's not worth it. Some of the guys that were in Louisiana were facing gun charges, robbery charges, whatever. You had a couple of them that could get off with a 3, 4, 5 year sentence. So if you're just gonna get another 5 years slapped on top of that, you might as well not even run, because it was only 6 weeks Antoine got away. The other ones were getting caught immediately. It's not worth it. Stupid choice. And you know, as much as they want to blame the inmates, they need to blame whoever is in charge of that jail. Because you can't have a rotting facility where cells don't open correctly, it can be ripped open, you know. The jails that are the least taken care of with the worst conditions
come give me a message.
The most access to weapons, because if you can rip toilets off the wall.
I don't do massages. Hell nah. You gotta go to the massage parlor for that. Hey.
You can turn that bitch into a goddamn whatever the fuck, you know. You might even be able to build a gun out of all that metal. But what I'm saying is this. That was one of the biggest wake-ups to New Orleans, and it made them look terrible. And now they have to hunt everybody down, and they have to go crazy with the punishments to set an example for their failures. But what they also need to do is invest money into that facility. because you can't keep your city safe if you can't keep it contained. But as far as Derrick Groves, there's been no word as to where he's at. I don't know.
Oh,
he could be anywhere.
I'm fired.
Have to wait and see how this case plays out. But drop y'all's thoughts and comments in the comments section. It's 1090 Jake.
I'm rocking with John. Y'all rocking with me.
Until next time.
Well, wonder what's next for this dude in the slave plantation. That's insane. How they do that? How they're able to do that? Like make you do slave work in the prison? Alright. You see these little girls? I can't do nothing when they're right here. They're on mine. They're like, chop, chop. They want me to, like, cater to them all day. If I'm right here, they're right here. If I go to the living room, they go to the living room. If I go lay in bed, they lay in bed. They're like, wherever I go. Anyways, yeah, original video will be down in the description. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you.